What if I came up with an idea and I wanted to fundraise? How do I start? I want to give my money to the Canadian Cancer Society, but what do I do first?
Some people, are thinking about giving to a cause that maybe has impacted their life directly or indirectly, or it impacted somebody in their community, and they've deemed the Canadian Cancer Society a worthy cause to give back to or to support with their fundraising efforts. So whether you have an idea or not, I would, over the pandemic, we've learned that our online systems and our phone systems are the best ways to find the support that you need to get started. So we have a fundraising platform right now. It's called cancerfighter.ca. And you basically click Get Started, whether you have a team or you're on your own, and you just follow the prompts. It's really easy to sign up. You set your fundraising goal. You might make a self-donation. You can name your fundraising event. It could be your own name, or it could be something you make up. There's a live chat on the website, so you can talk to our donor services team in real time if you need help as you're navigating through the site. And then once you hit complete registration, you basically can share the link for your fundraising page over social media or with people in email, and basically ask for donations and people to help you reach your fundraising goal. If you're not an online person, you can always call into the Cancer Information Service, which will connect you with our donor services team, and they can help get you set up with your fundraiser, or help you with any kind of tools or forms that you might need, donor forms, pledge forms, and that is our 1-888 number, 939-3333. So whether it's online or on the phone, you can get started that way.
It sounds like there's so much support with somebody who's just starting out. Can you give me an example of something that somebody did that turned out to be kind of a really fun independent fundraiser? Well,
I'm reminded of a fundraiser up in I believe it's northwestern Ontario, or in the western half of Ontario in particular. And this community basically is Milverton, Ontario. And so there's a lot of, there's skunks in the Milverton area, we'll just put it that way. And so there's a fun fundraiser that the community gets involved with, where you can place skunks on people's lawns, fake skunks. And then basically the challenge is to donate to get them moved to somebody else's lawn, and things like that. So typically this was an offline fundraiser. So we refer to offline fundraisers as fundraisers that don't sign up online, don't use our digital platform to solicit funds from their donors, and they collect cash and checks from everybody. But with the pandemic, obviously, there was concerns in the early days too of handling cash and talking to people in person. So we talked to them, and they didn't want to postpone it because it is such a, getting people outside, and it gets the community involved still, and it's for a good cause. So we convinced the organizers to sign up online. And that year, the first pandemic year, where you didn't know if people would even have capacity to give or raise funds, if they'd feel comfortable, they ended up doubling their fundraising impact. So they raised what they raised offline normally, and they raised the same amount, even a little bit more online. And so now they're using that as an augmentation to their fundraising efforts going forward. It's a tool in their toolbox, so they can reach out to loved ones that might be across the country and say, can you donate to my fundraising campaign? And you can do it in 2 seconds online. So that was kind of a fun one, and one that showed that, if you just put the ask out there, leave it up to the person to decide if they have the capacity to give, and they did really well.
So once they have the money, then what are the next steps? Do you just hand it over to the Canadian Cancer Society, or can you designate it?
Great question. So I think that's one of the best parts about signing up with the Canadian Cancer Society, is that there's so many causes to give to, or programs or services. There was a COVID-19 emergency fund, and so when you register for your fundraiser, whether it's offline or online, you can actually put what you want to designate it to. So if, for example, you want to do Wheels of Hope, our transportation program to take people to and from their cancer treatment appointments when they otherwise would not be able to get there, you can do that. If it's a particular cancer type that's affected your family or your loved ones, you can designate it to that. And when you designate, it goes 100% to that cancer research or program or service that you're looking for.